Welcome back to the show. This is, of course, the Chat Up with me, Jamie, right here on Relax Radio. Now, here at Relax Radio, we are spelled without the X in relax, okay? Because we believe in absolute positivity, we believe in all things good, and we believe in removing that negative energy from your life. So, if you want a little bit of motivation, if you want a little bit of positivity, and if you want to keep yourself updated with every single thing that is going on in the world, all you got to do is make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio. Now, I will be with you for quite some time, quite some time. And all you got to do, if you want to say hi to me, is to connect with me on social media. That is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or whatever it is. You could say hi to me. You could share your opinions about the topic that we're discussing. And I'd love to hear from you. And just before we move on to anything, I just want to say, thank you so, so much to every single one of you that are tuning in. A big love going out to you. Hope you have yourself a blessed day ahead. Okay. Now, we've been talking about something very interesting. We've been talking about work life balance. And just before, I actually told you how celebrities out there, tips and tricks that celebrities out there use or utilize when it comes to balancing their work and their life. Now, see, one thing that I feel like I do need to talk about that is actually quite important is how we view this work life balance, why it's wrong to look at work life balance as an achievement. Now, I know that could stir up quite a lot of controversy. Work life balance is an achievement because when you achieve it, it is such a huge deal and it is something to celebrate. But I want to talk about how it's actually wrong to look at work life balance as an achievement. I will talk about that soon, very soon. But before that, um, I want to talk about something interesting. It is award season, like I said, and the Brit Awards 2021 is supposed to be happening in May. And I want to keep you updated with the nominations and everything that's going on with regards to the Brit Awards that is happening in May. Now, before we talk about the Brit Awards this year, I feel like we need to address the situation that happened last year with regards to the Brit Awards. Now, last year's male dominated Brit Awards it entrenched quite a clear gender disparity in British award, and I feel like this year that's positive news because this year's nominations go some way to redress that balance. Okay, because I have good news for you. Guess what? Women, of course, dominate the British album category, while more than half the nominees in key categories are non-white. So that is a far step that we've come with regards to nominations and awards in general, diversifying awards in general, as opposed to last year, because last year's awards did cause a huge stir in society because it was genuinely a misinterpretation or misrepresentation of society, as there was a huge gap or disparity when it came to gender, race, and all of that. So it's absolutely good to know that this year it's we have a very diversified list of nominations, and I just want to keep you updated with the nominations so that you can see for yourself if your favorite artist made the cut. Now, Dua Lipa, Arlo Parks, Celeste, Joel Corey, Young T, and Bugsy, of course, lead this year's awards with three nominations apiece. Now, the British film category, or sorry, apologies, the British album category rather, also features a 4 out of 5 female nominees for the first time ever in Brits history, with the aforementioned women joined by Jessie Waugh and Jay Has, which is a marked improvement from 2020 when the category featured absolutely no women. Now, see, I feel like at the end of the day, there are a lot of notable facts about this year's shortlist and this year's nominations, and I want to keep you updated. So, first things first, there's a lot of new rules with regards to the voting procedure in the Brit Awards this year. So, new rules that actually do help out new artists. Okay. For the first time, artists don't necessarily have to release an album to be eligible for the best female and male category. So, up until today, or up until now, when artists needed to win an award, they basically had to release an album, but that rule was scrapped this year. And this basically helped Geordie Show star turned dancer producer Joel Corey to pick up three nominations thanks to his hit single Head and Heart, which topped the charts last summer and was loved by all of us. And it's also yet to leave the top 40. So it's amazing that more people are getting the opportunity to showcase their talents and be acknowledged for their art. And I am so for it. And yeah, that is absolutely amazing news with regards to the Brit Awards this year. Now, listen, this is something that a lot of you are going to be excited about because guess what? BTS get their first nomination. Now, last year we had a bit of a hullabaloo with that as well because the Brits scrapped the Best International Group prize in 2020, causing this huge uproar amongst the BTS army. But apparently, this year, the category has been reinstated, and BTS, after becoming the best selling act in the entire world in 2020, most surely will be among the favorites to win. Okay, so there, of course, is very stiff competition rather because we have Axel Haim and Fontaine's DC, while not having the Koreans band sales are more favored by the critics. Now, with that being said, something to note is also there are some omissions with regards to nominations this year as well. The bad news is for Sam Smith. Now, I personally love Sam Smith, and I know that there's a lot of you out there who adore Sam Smith. But sadly, he walks away. They walk away. Apologies. They walk away with no nominations for the second time in their career. So the singer who identifies, as of recent, told everybody that they identify as non-binary, did not enter the best male or female category, and their third album, Love Goers, was eligible for the Album of the Year award, but sadly, it did not make the cut. Now, okay, so with regards to this, why I wanted to bring this up also is very specifically because of this whole male category, female category issue that is going on. So, a lot of people have spoken up, especially Twitter is blowing up about how people are saying how, organizers need to scrap this whole male and female specific awards. But apparently, Brits were planning, the Brit Award Committee or organizers rather, were planning on doing it, but later told voters that they would keep them for this year as well. So that's a little sad because, I mean, I guess there's two sides to every story, but in my opinion, and my opinion only, I feel like it's good if everybody gets the opportunity to celebrate and be acknowledged for their work despite of gender, race, age, ability, sexuality, whatever it is. But that's just my opinion. I would love to know what you think. If you do have a different opinion, please make sure that you do, send me a message on Facebook and we can have a conversation about this. But that is what's happening with regards to Sam Smith, and sadly he walked away with not with no nominations this year. Now, again, I'm so proud when I say this with regards to the Brit Awards. If you were just tuning in, well, then guess what? Female acts dominate the best album category this year because last year's Brit Awards were notable for the lack of female nominees. And in the four categories where men and women could compete, only three women received a nomination. That's Mabel, Miley Cyrus, and Norman. But the latter two were actually featured singers, so they didn't actually receive nominations for their solo acts. So again, that a lot of people spoke up and said that it was a misrepresentation of society, and a lot of people said last year that hopefully Brits can do better this year, and it certainly came through because they have. And although awkwardly neither Paloma nor Charlie got a nod for their latest albums, for the first time, four of the five records nominated for best albums are by women rather, with Dua Lipa, Celeste, Allo Parks, and Jessie Wah in the running. So that is definitely some good news. That's definitely some diversity in the nominations. I mean, this year, with regards to diversity in awards, is absolutely amazing because the Oscars are also coming up. And oh my goodness, we spoke about this already. And I told you how the Oscars had a very diversified list of nominations. We spoke about the Grammys. We spoke about how diversified the winners and the nominations, everything was absolutely diversified. And that is absolutely amazing because people just get the opportunity to listen and view a wide variety of different arts. And that is actually very good news. Now, with that being said, I do want to talk about some very important things. So I do want to keep you tuned. I do want you to stay tuned right here on Relax Radio.